at Mesopotamia headquarters, we are looking for people in the government. Speaking of that, there goes one. Miss Cartera Star. She is very good at leveling up and getting people in and out of jobs. Miss Cartera, sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
May I ask you a few questions about your government?
Yes, you may.
Uh,
Okay, so we have two main kings, King Nebuchadnezzar and King Hammurabi. King Hammurabi, he proceeded by his father, that abdicated by felling death. Okay, so let me tell you something. King Hammurabi, he had laws called the Hammurabi's Code. It was 282 laws. And guess what? Let me tell you what that was on. They was on steals. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay? And so King Nebuchadnezzar was like the most evil king. Nobody.
I've heard.
Yes. What else you want to know?
Tell me about the people. How did the people like the kings?
The laws was evil. Evil.
With Nebuchadnezzar?
Yes, bad. The laws was evil. Let me tell you something. So say for instance, if I was to build your house, and your house was to break down, like, guess what they'll do to me?
What?
They'll kill me.
Kill you because my house broke?
Yes, because I'm your architect. So if I were to hurt you, yes, you know?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
You make sure he lives. Don't die. What's going on?
I don't know.
What you doing?
I don't know what you're doing.
You fucking killed him.
You killed him.
Hold your hand out. Hold it out. Hold it out.
Here at Babylonian headquarters, where it has just got sunny. Winter was a really hard season for us, with all the rain and the snow, and we barely got crops here. So it was very hard for us. And as you can see, people are constantly driving by, going to the beach, going to get in the water, because the water is just heating up. So most people are ready to go and get to that water. Wow.
You got anything you want to say?
You got anything you want to say, sir?
Add me on Snapchat, AGTV22. That's with the new technology we have down here. We'll catch you after the break.
Go.
Good morning. I'm coming to you live from Babylonian headquarters. Today I will be interviewing King Nebuchadnezzar. So, how did they contribute?
Well, I just want to say thank you for the microphone. I just want to say we contributed a lot of things to this society nowadays, including time, math, boats, and many more things. But time is specifically. I know that as time went on, a lot of things changed with the time. But one thing stuck specifically. The 60 minutes equal an hour, and 60 seconds equal a minute. That's how it was when I was coming up and me and my brother and sister were coming up. I know back then we had Roman numerals as numbers. I know today now that you guys have regular numbers like 1, 2, and many other different things. I know math is specific. When I was coming up, we did a lot of stuff like 1 + 1 is 2, or 2 × 2 is 4. But I know nowadays with what you guys do is much more difficult and much more complex than what we did. So I know math now is more different than it is today. I know that sailboats were differently, and sailboats, I know we used them to go transport and get food and trade in different things. So like we traded with people across the water, and we would have to go get food from them and clothing and different types of material. As you can see what I have on. I had to get a sailboat to go get this actually today.
Oh, wow.
I had purchased it a while back, and it just came in today. Also this sweater, not a sweater, excuse me, what is this thing called?
A scarf.
A scarf, yes, thank you. a scarf. I know my mother made these, and so
That is very nice.
I got it for free. Thank you.
Are you finished?
No, I had to say one more thing.
Yes.
I just want to say thank you guys. You know,
You're welcome.
thank you for having me here, and thank you for allowing me to talk about how things have changed over the years.
You're welcome.
That was meant for a Babylonian audience. It was written in the Babylonian language, which is a Semitic tongue related to the modern languages of Hebrew and Arabic and Aramaic. The writing system which Cyrus's officials used was the traditional cuneiform script, which had been invented in ancient Iraq well before 3000 BC. It is written by pressing a stylus, something a bit like a chopstick, into the surface of the clay, which is nearly dry, and the signs which convey the sound of the language consist of different arrangements of these strokes. They're written one by one, and the reader has to join them up, and the sound emerges from the clay. This is the line that says, I am Kurash, Shar Kishati, king of the world, the great king, king of Babylon, and so it goes on. So we're going to write Kurash. So the first sign, Ku, has a big vertical, two small horizontals, one bigger horizontal, a little vertical, and another horizontal, like a box. This is Ku. Then Ra, we have three strong horizontals to begin, one big one next to it, and then one little vertical wedge, and one bigger vertical wedge. Ku, Ra. Now we do Ash, which is three long horizontals, Komsa, and then a vertical in the middle. So we can read this, Ku.
Back in the day, us Babylonians had to write like this. This was called a cuneiform because we didn't have papers and pencils. This is stuff we had to do. This was really the struggle for us. But this is how we got messages back and forth. And it was just a way of doing it right. And we just loved it. Oh.
Yes. I'm kind of in the middle of something right now. I'm in a meeting right now. Call me back in like, how long do you think it's going to take?
I'll say a good 2 more minutes.
Call me back in 2 more minutes, please. Thank you. This is now what we call a cell phone. You know, we progressed as the years went on. We went from cuneiform writing to cellular devices. So now, if I need to contact my fellow neighbor, I easily just send him a text message or send him a quick phone call, and I get what I need the same day. But back then, when we had this, it would take weeks, maybe even months, for him to finally get this cuneiform writing. So,
and
thank you to the Babylonians.
I see you notice the cars behind us. We call them cars because, like, that's how we get around now. We used to ride on horses, but, you know, that's for old stuff. We don't do that anymore. We're rich now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars around
in the parking lot.
In the parking lot. Yes. Hello, sir. Today I will be telling you about the famous art and architecture of Babylon. These here are famous Babylonian beads. These is called the pendant, component, It's usually for women or other loved ones.
Can I give it to the mother of my children?
Sure, you can.
Thank you so much.
And this here, this is guitar made by Babylonian slaves before they ran away. You play your tune, King Nebuchadnezzar like that.
I like it. I like it.
You should like it. And this right here, sir, King Nebuchadnezzar's favorite piece. It was called the chicken head. Because of the chicken head.
I got you. I got you.
And he just liked the color blue, the sculpture of it.
So can I hide food from my children? Because I have very fat children.
Yes. They need to lose their game.
Yes, thank you so much.
It was nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you too, sir.
Get out of my face.
The Babylonians had many beliefs. They believed in multiple gods and a certain subject. They believed the Almighty God Marduk, and lastly, they believed that they could do anything for their king. Now we're going to talk about the rise and fall of Babylonian. Through King Hammurabi, they conquered all of Mesopotamia and the Assyrian lands to the north. But also, their fall was that was conquered 6 times by many tribes. Here are some tribes. This is one tribe that was conquered by. The first tribe that was conquered by. Then, this tribe, King Hammurabi took over. After King Hammurabi, this. Then after that one, these people. After these people, oh, the most evil king. After this, the Persians, the last tribe that took over.
This timeline shows the rise and fall of Babylon.